Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of BBP News. I'm Nicholas Rod. Chris Baker's here with me, and we are back for another Friday morning episode. Chris, start us off in the normal fashion with the weather headed into the weekend.
In Los Angeles, California, it is sunny 74 with a partly cloudy weekend. In Houston, Texas, it is cloudy 67 with a cloudy weekend. In Chicago, Illinois, it is cloudy 29 degrees. Boy, is that cold. Sunny on Saturday, but the clouds are back on Sunday, unfortunately. And in New York City, it is partly cloudy 61 with clouds throughout the entire weekend.
Ooh, 61. It's like spring.
I know. I wish it was here to stay. I'm ready for it.
Tell me about
I'm ready for it.
No, it's going to get cold, though. But
yeah.
You know, Chris, Monday was Valentine's Day.
Yes, it was. Were you a good boy?
I gotta say, Valentine's Day on my end was pretty quiet. Nothing too crazy, to be honest. Almost like a normal day, to be honest with you. Nothing too much to say there. What about you? Anything interesting to talk about there?
So you weren't put in the doghouse?
I was not.
No. Okay.
I didn't
You're
misbehave.
lucky I saved you.
Almost forgot. Yeah. If you remember Monday, I almost forgot because I'm terrible with real-time dates. Know them ahead of time. Not when they happen.
My Valentine's Day was very nice. Now, I never told you, Nick, why it was very nice. I'll tell you later. But It was very nice. I got free food out of the whole thing. That's pretty much everything that everyone needs to know, because that's how true love is measured, is by free food. And speaking of true love, perfect segue, Nick.
All right.
Last week we talked about a poll from Walmart of pizza toppings. Right. And I found another poll this week. 2 polls in a row. Are we onto something here and talking about polls, Nick?
I don't know, but I enjoy these, so I'm very interested to see what you've got, because I don't know everything that's on this.
And to be completely honest with you, I don't either. So we're going to go through this together.
Let's have an adventure.
I only previewed the first question out of the poll, but this poll is from YouGov, and the first question is: does true love exist?
Okay.
Does it exist, Nick?
I would definitely say it does. I definitely believe in true love. What do the people have to say?
86% of Americans would agree with you.
86%. That's an impressive percentage, actually.
Yeah.
There's
of course 14% say hell no.
Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that would say that percentage would actually be lower. Like, I would expect that percentage, like countrywide, nationwide, to be lower. But
yeah,
and shows what I know.
It said it somewhere, but the number of people that were polled, it was in the thousands.
Okay.
And I don't see that right off the top where it is. I saw it somewhere. But
in the thousands, that's still a fair number either way.
If I remember right, it was like 2,400 or something like that.
And
then the next question is: have you ever experienced true love? Now, this one surprised me a little bit.
Really?
Now, I'm going to put you on the spot, Nick. Have you ever experienced true love?
I'd like to think that I have. I'd love to say that I have, honestly.
Well, 67% would agree with you.
67%.
And then the other 33% again say no.
You know, I'm torn on whether I think this is higher than I would expect or lower than I would expect. Again, I'd probably say higher.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
I was expecting it to be a little bit lower, because there's always those people that are like, yes, true love, but are always on the hunt to find
it. There are 2 groups that I see all the time, right? There's the one that you mentioned, the ones that just haven't found it but do believe it exists, or those that say they felt it and then as soon as it ends they were like, oh, never mind, I don't know what that was. But
relatable. Anywho, so you're not surprised by that?
Not as much as the first one.
Okay, so the next question has to do with those people that have experienced true love.
Okay.
And it's off the idea of once you've experienced true love, is it what you anticipated it to be?
Oh, okay.
So keep that in mind. Total 48% say it's similar to what they expected. 52% say it's different than what they expected it to be.
That makes me wonder, out of that 52%, I wonder, is that difference a good difference or kind of a underwhelming difference? I'd love to get those splits.
But then they break it down in between men and women.
Oh.
So 51% of men say it's similar.
Yeah.
49 say it's different. And then for similar, 46% of women say it's similar, 54 say it's different. So that's very close. It's very close.
Yeah, that's not too much of a split on that.
And then it gets into the age. So have you experienced true love? Ages, where do you think it falls, Nick, for the ages? Do you think as you get older you think you have, or as you were younger?
It's tough because, again, I feel like when you're younger, around our age, let's say, you're a lot more likely to think you have and then later just kind of feel like you haven't. Like, you just kind of come to that realization of, oh, never mind.
See, that's what I was expecting too.
Yeah.
Well, for this, out of the people that were ages 18 to 29, 56% say yes.
Okay.
Age 30 to 44 is 65%. 45 to 64 is 69%. And age 65 and plus, 75%.
So 75% of the age group, of that last age group, say they have. All right, fair.
And, Nick, I only planned on, going through a few of these poll questions, but I gotta tell you, I am very interested in this.
Same. This is definitely something that interests me and piques my curiosity.
And there's only a few more, so you know what? We'll just just go through the rest of them. Again, it's from a poll from YouGov, and the next question is: have you ever experienced true love? Already asked that question, but then it breaks down if you were married, and then another group divorced / separated, and then never married.
Okay.
So this one, it doesn't really surprise me.
Pretty straightforward.
But now that I'm looking at it a little bit more closely, I am a little surprised by one of those.
Okay.
So married, 85% say yes.
Makes sense to me.
15% that are currently married say no.
Oh boy.
And then those that are divorced and separated, do you think that's a high percentage or a low percentage?
Oh. I'm gonna say high.
It is. It's 60%.
Okay.
And 40% say no. I would have thought those two would be flip-flopped.
I honestly expected that one to be a little higher than 60%, to be honest with you.
And then never married, 43% say yes.
Okay.
And then 57% say no, which is not surprising.
No, that sounds about right. I'll take that one.
And then we get into the drama of it all, Nick.
Oh, no.
Rom-coms.
Oh, no.
And romance novels make true love seem ... So the one is easier to attain than it really is. 61% say agree with that. Harder to attain than it really is. 26%. And then pretty much how it really is. 13%.
Huh.
Now, I'm saying we're getting into the drama of it because, there are some people out there that are diehard rom-com movies and books. And it's like, it's got to be this way. If it's not this way, why am I alive?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. At the same time, though, I expected the percentage of those saying that it makes it look easier to attain than it is. I expected that to be higher.
Yeah, me too. I was expecting that to be like 97%.
I guess we underestimate the number of of rom-com fans and of, romance novel fans.
And then this one's a quite of an interesting question, I do have to say.
Oh my.
So, people in your life who have found true love, in your opinion. This is based off of your opinion.
Oh.
So, most 18%. Some 53%, hardly any 20%, and none 8%.
Oof. So there's the 8% of people that said that no one in their life has found true love.
And I find that very interesting because, your friend might think they found true love, but you might be thinking, this person's a complete you know what, and I hate their guts. But I'm so happy that you think you found true love.
Here's my question, though. I feel like this becomes a little contradictory, though, because remember, 15% of people said that true love doesn't exist, and yet only 8% of people from that poll say that no one in their life has found true love. They
I think
contradicted themselves.
I see what you're saying, yeah. Okay. And then here's the final question.
Okay.
Why haven't you experienced true love yourself among those who have not experienced true love?
Okay.
Just haven't found it yet, 69%.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think it really exists, 31%. Very interesting.
Yeah. This has been very, I don't want to say educational. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Interesting.
It's definitely been interesting. No doubt about that.
And, I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah. There's something about knowing these numbers and thinking about these different percentages that's just very fascinating. It's very intriguing to me.
And nowadays polls that are typically from YouGov and stuff like that, they're political.
Right. So it's nice to get these.
I like this one. So thank you, YouGov, for giving us something to think about.
Yeah, exactly. But with all of that being said, and all of these statistics and percentages on the mind, we do have a lot of news to get into today.
Yeah, Nick, you're right. We got some news to get into. That was a very interesting poll, like you said. And, I'm glad I stumbled across that. And, I'm glad we took the time to go through it because that's very interesting. I got to say.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I wonder over the years if they were to do that next year, if the numbers would be relatively the same or different, depending on how this year goes.
we'll have to find a poll at this time next year.
Maybe we'll conduct the poll, Nick.
Perfect idea. Now you're thinking.
See, I can see how this would go. You would fudge the numbers for the people that believe in true love, and I'd be like, you're all a bunch of idiots.
No. Fair point.
All right. So getting into the news, starting off with COVID-19, the latest 7-day average of new cases in the U.S. is at 147,000, which continues the trend of a decrease in daily cases. And the 7-day average of hospitalizations is currently about 9,500, and the latest 7-day average for deaths is about 2,200. The COVID test.gov website program is in full swing. The tests have been sent to 50 million homes so far in the United States. About 85% of the initial orders that were placed on the website, with the remaining 15% set to be filled over the next few days. And because of the constant decrease in case numbers, officials throughout the country are becoming more and more optimistic. This has led to some action from governors, such as Governor Youngkin of Virginia, signing a bill into law that allows parents to make the decision for their children on whether to wear a mask in school or not.
In Pennsylvania, it is up to the school districts on their masking policies. In one district, it actually led to students staging a walkout last Friday that poured into social media, and threats have been made against the school. The school board members decided to go remote for the week while they try to come to a conclusion on this problem. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky has also expressed her optimism, saying the CDC will be looking at data over the coming days with the possibility of modifying the masking guidelines across the country. That being said, Walensky also stressed that masking could remain extremely important throughout the majority of communities across the country for the time being. There is also a program in the works that will look to distribute high-quality masks specifically meant for children. However, the timeline for the start of this program is unknown.
If you have questions about your 2021 taxes, do not call the IRS because you will be on hold for hours and you will grow frustrated very quickly, trust me. And there are tax preparing centers you can go to for free and the ability to talk to an IRS employee about your taxes instead of waiting on hold. Along with this, they can help you recognize any confusion or misunderstanding of your child tax credit to get the optimal return. And some of these offices are already opening nationwide, and they are even open on Saturdays.
Saturday office hours are from 9 to 4, and these are on February 12th, March 12th, April 9th, and May 14th. You do not need an appointment to go, but you will need to bring a current government-issued ID, a social security card for all members of your household, and letters or notices you have received from the IRS, and all other important tax documents as well. To figure out what offices are open in your area, go to irs.gov and search face-to-face Saturday help.
There is deep skepticism within the United States National Security Team about the report of Russian troops pulling out, but it could still be possible. President Biden Tuesday addressed the nation and had a message for the Russian president. President Biden said he is not convinced about Putin pulling back troops from the border.
It would be good, but we have not yet verified that. Indeed, our analysts indicate that they remain very much in a threatening position.
Russian state media Tuesday showed what appeared to be Russian tanks retreating. Putin said in a Russian media press conference he has, quote, partially pulled troops back, end quote, but a U.S. official called it a smokescreen. The president now says that there are 150,000 troops versus the 130,000 previously reported.
Invasion remains distinctly possible.
The president's remarks came hours after Putin's meeting in Moscow with the German chancellor, who said he did not want war and said he wants to solve this with negotiation tactics.
We should give the diplomacy every chance to succeed.
President Biden made it clear that the thought that Ukraine could never join NATO is off the table. He did have a warning for Putin.
Though I've been clear that if Russia targets Americans in Ukraine, we will respond forcefully.
This was the first time the president addressed the nation on the issue. He ended remarks saying this.
We're not targeting the people of Russia. We do not seek to destabilize Russia. To the citizens of Russia, you are not our enemy.
Despite Putin saying he's pulling back, U.S. officials saying that an invasion could still happen.
There are currently several bills sitting in the Senate waiting for consideration or a vote. First up is the continuing resolution that will allow the government to stay open until March 11th. This needs to be passed by the end of the day today, or else the government will be forced to shut down. And at the time of recording, debate on the bill has already begun, but the Senate adjourned before it could be completed. The Senate finished debate Thursday before proceeding to a closer vote to end the debate at 1 o'clock.
The Senate is also working on a bill known as the Make It in America Act. This bill is the equivalent of the America Competes Act, which was passed in the House about a week and a half ago. It focuses on bringing more manufacturing jobs to the U.S. and hopes to strengthen national security around American science and technology. There is no timeline in the Senate at the moment to bring this bill to a vote. Finally, with the tensions between Russia and Ukraine increasing, the Senate is working bipartisanly to come up with a sanctions package towards Russia. According to Senate leaders, a large portion of this package is completed, with just a few issues still requiring attention.
Getting into rapid news, the 30th Democrat announced their retirement in the House this week. There is more on Medium. Check the link in the show notes.
And a Ukrainian nursery was bombed on Thursday morning by a pro-Russian group to act as a false alarm for conflict between the two nations.
Nick, what do you have for Friday goodness?
Well, we have a lot of pet stories and animal stories on this show. Why not another one? Normally, we keep it in the realm of pets, just at home reunions and things like that. But, animals can also help save a business. That's what happened for a restaurant in Japan, as the pandemic was kind of wreaking havoc on small businesses in Japan. There was one restaurant that was on the verge of shutting down. However, one day the restaurant owner noticed a stray kitten just kind of hanging out near the restaurant, and so he decided to take it in. And the kitten just started hanging out at the restaurant and, just kind of spending its time there. Well, soon after, the mama cat came around with 3 other kittens in tow. So he took those in as well. And this kind of made him come up with a bit of an idea. The cats were hanging around the restaurant and they were extremely friendly, extremely good with people. So he just kind of let them hang out in the restaurant, while it was even open. So they were able to reopen, and it gave the patrons a chance to socialize with these kittens and with these cats and sit down for a nice meal. And it actually made business boom. They are fully back in business. They are fully open once again, with this new, gimmick of sorts. And the cats are hanging out there, healthy, having fun, and, animals saved the day once again.
And they say just cats randomly appear and save the business. I mean, talk about, that's just good luck.
I know, right? Yeah, and it's the most interesting thing, because the thing that really got this owner to consider letting the cats hang out while the restaurant was open was just like, there was a window display of like trains inside the restaurant. It was like one of their gimmicks was kind of like this, train themed, not themed, but they had like these trains in the windows and stuff, and the cats would play with the trains. And, it seemed entertaining to the owner. It seemed entertaining to a few people passing by. And so that was kind of the inspiration behind this whole thing, of all things.
Hey, if it works, it works. I like it. Good luck, cats save the day. I tell everyone every day that the animals in this world are the true heroes, and we're just lucky that we're living in their world.
I would have to agree.
That is the end of this Friday morning news episode. We'll be back Monday morning with another What to Expect this week, from sports to politics to everything in between. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye, guys.